Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, you rarely see atmosphere like this. The River folks certainly have lived up to their reputation in their noisy, boisterous, colourful, near mesmeric display. And as you can see, we've already started here. Tadic. He's had it taken off him. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's onside! Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, this guy, Theo Hernandez, comes from a family with great pedigree, although he's a very different player to his older brother, who's a fine player in his own right. But Theo is about dynamism, pace and energy. He just loves to get on that front foot.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Kim Min-jae gets his final warning.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And here's Madueke. He has a look up. Ødegaard. Oh, good spread. Not the most accurate pass. A few interesting forays forward, but so far they haven't amounted to much. Now it's Tadic. Hernandez calmly anticipates. Now he's off and running. Timber hurtling down that right flank. Andrić.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Ødegaard. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Oh, that's a key interception. Lerma.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top. Header! He will be livid with himself.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. He should have put his foot right through it.
Timber. Andrić. That pass isn't the best. Rovella. River Plate are looking to break at pace. Lucas Paqueta. Andrić. Chance here to counter. Good running, strong and purposeful. That's been slipped through. He is through here! Good claim, no margin for error there. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
And that's a throw-in. Timber. Oh, that is a nice touch. Played in with purpose. That'll be a corner. And we have our very first corner. That has been knocked clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Benzema. Tries to pass it through. Mohamed Salah. Kim Min-jae spots it and intercepts. It's Salah! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Mohamed Salah clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Nice interception, well timed. Madueke gets it clear. And there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Lucas Paqueta. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, perfectly measured that. He's found a way through. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Mohamed Salah. And they're quick to get it back. Tadic. Ødegaard. And it's Rovella. And he's being shifted off it. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Tries a deft little ball. And he's taking no chances there.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And it's Rovella. Hernandez. He's shifting through the gears here. And there is the half-time whistle. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Salah. Mohamed Salah! Oh, there's a probing ball. Gordon. Now it's Lucas Paqueta. And here's Madueke. And he can clear it away. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Ødegaard. And here's Benzema. He's had a shot! Pinged towards the front line. And this is Benzema. Lovely pass, but can he get there? They continue each to cancel the other out. Tadic. Kim Min-jae. River Plate finding their passes. It's a promising position. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And that's going to be a booking.
River Plate couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Tadic. And it's Rovella. No way through. Now it's Madueke. And there's his chance to lead the counter. He's through, now is he in? Oh, what has happened here? Dimarco puts them all in. And he's managed to get rid.
Lucas Paqueta really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And this is Mohamed Salah.
There they go, hunting again.
Referee has just said play on. And reclaimed it in a trice. And here's Mohamed Salah. Rovella. And he's had it nicked away. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking for the run. Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah stood his ground strongly.
River Plate clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Oh, that's fabulous. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. That's a cute ball. Lerma. And this is Benzema. Now it's Gordon. Ball's played through. Oh, delightful ball. And that's a simple one for the keeper. So what can they make of this?
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
And smartly reclaimed. Lerma. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Gordon. Can he finish? Oh, what about that? Finally! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Sporting take what looks to be a decisive lead. So that's it. It is all over. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Madueke taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real...
Oh, shooting chance! They've scored! And the game springs instantly to life.
That's the purpose and intensity they showed from the first moment. They really did fly out of the blocks here.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Pumas make the perfect start. They are already ahead. And that is expertly dealt with. Luka Bacchio. Out to the right. Now it's Gundogan. Lucas Paqueta. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Matheus Cunha. And here's Luka Bacchio. Perez. He's shifting through the gears here. That's a little off target. Zubeldia charging forward down that flank. DiMarco.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
No, he wasn't going to let him past. Matheus Cunha. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Matheus Cunha. And it's Perez. And here's Luka Bacchio. He could be in here. Pumas upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Locatelli powering forward here. Now it's Luka Bacchio. Well, the defence... No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Lucas Paqueta. Now it's Madueke.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Nice looking ball. That is good alertness. Now it's Gordon. Lucas Paqueta. Gundogan. Zubeldia. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Looking for options for movement. Andrić. And it's Jimenez. And here's Gordon. Matheus Cunha. Locatelli. Aims beyond the defence. No, it's come to nothing. Jimenez goes back to front.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And that's been won straight back.
Sporting truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Now it's Kulusevski. Threads one in. Andrić. Here's Lucas Paqueta. And they win it back again. Gundogan. Matheus Cunha. Probing pass. That's the keeper's ball.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Gundogan. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Sporting can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Now it's Luca Bacchio. Luca Bacchio showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Now it's Luca Bacchio. Luca Bacchio! Lucas Paqueta pinches it off him. Gundogan. And it's Kulusevski. Kulusevski running with the ball. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Gordon. And they can counter here. Played into space. Neatly clipped into space. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Shifted it to the flank. No way through there. And it's made its way. Shapes to shoot! That's another chance! And he hits the net! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
That has certainly made things interesting.
There's been a genuine flow to this game so far, but that might mark a major shift in momentum now.
Gordon. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. No, that's been intercepted. And the pass is intercepted. Tries to pass it through. Gundogan unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. DiMarco, genuine physical. He's having a shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Hernandez has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
And we have our very first corner. Pumas are looking to go forward now. Just eases him off the ball. He's a sharp little ball here. DiMarco. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And this is Perez.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Hernandez looking to add to his goal. Now it's Madueke. Lucas Paqueta. Decent chance! Goal! Sporting! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Hay un cambio en el campo de juego. Número 18. Número 20.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Well,
this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
That's a cute ball. Think through. Good ball, good take.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Picks out, tries a shot! He has done it! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, the goal was really well worked. Look, the game is a constant search for space, and he found a pocket.
This is quite a battle.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square.
Takes a shot! Goal! Sporting! And they've got their lead back. It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Well, the angle wasn't good, and neither was the keeper. He scored then when he had no right to.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Sporting go into the lead.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off? I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Zubeldia kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Nicely weighted ball. And he's picked out the run. Gordon is on his own. There's the shot! He's got a goal! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike. Was there ever any doubt?
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Gordon claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. The end of the game. Reflections?
What a game, what a show of character. It wasn't looking good at one stage, it was quite flat in the first 45 minutes. But that's how you turn things around. You get a purpose in your game and you go for it.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.